Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Me who say a lawyer for a gym ma NPP candidate nyindam ene NPP for na nkasa ebosi. Na hona me dadwene ho anam na sanko fu yi no na me wan NPP no mu na because I say all of a sudden bibia sesa enra echi no one more track case in the sono na ye justice court foreman Yoni Kulendi Amadu Tanko and the seal. Saga they were empaneled by Justice Paul Bafu Boni. Abeka Sabra ye power or Justice Paul Bafu Boni. A young baby before you and I'm one lawyer for AD who see and Rechi ever catch a papano or more enter the vetting movie. Adaya Oba Omebua Oba be the bidding of the government. And into vetina, any parliamentarians are yet to about more say Omunko Giant name. Now Omonto to Papano, Camumra, Mompeswaso, Namumbechi questions, Oma Papano, or more the Omope can't come before number between 2028. Eka say Omunko. Anna, my majority no vetin no coy. Now, and in the new Ninansa, Anna Kpandai Semia, just as a friend there. Plan brew as a Bruce, a cast a young choir Rerun. And nya a fenyon in the minority for a friend central for catching in I say, judiciary no a kangaroo, and your papa, just a cornu fit tiny idea woman corruption. Not the judge in the year, you're not all satisfying the paymaster. So, the justice is now Supreme Court here and rich, you know, no more satisfied with paymaster. So on some quada general dosso or body politics, you know. Or more you be a 100 year now, one would judiciary at and rich year, no most as original. Yadam was it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? But I mean, sir, and the woman who said, sir, just a judiciary, no, after my say. Na obi betumi criticize judiciary na enya bi before ye mu bi ne betumi ababeka because mu MPP die mu mie hu say yetumi kokko 12 o'clock na 3 ekuta judgment na ye implement ti mu de mu ni sa tumi so ti ase asemu a ye si ye ntwentwen so no enya nwanwa esanse wo de obi kokko on notice get you say o serve no samankrata no
yeah
onya ya asem no entumi nkoso e job ko ye no omso mo serve NDC ni no on serve na the Supreme Court be kan de obe ya ne say ene mo ntwentwen so mu hold on because ya serve no na so 30th no so ba Electoral Commission do kwa election you know said the efie nyansa be kire wo mo ane say Electoral Commission twentwen so the assembly question 13 enro no match require ye fa 7 nipa enu anyi o ana yenuano mo aba be bon se ba ye se de be ye china omoba no mo sa be ye ya na o twa wie na o twa na betra ka se nyinam na ya we se court no bi kwa mo ono menye shokra so be contest esa so de sika ko yero fa na so ye be hwe abrabo me hu abi se fi so e kompa fitai
say global info analytics research and commanding
o global o no go ti amo ye frefre go for cheda o go twe Christmas de ko ya na gala bo mo ti asrasi o one global that go busa that go 2 days o baba be ka to say and this will take it and where you one ya we ya say you go to advice global one global yeah to about and out global what the comfort of your room grand can just global I don't think court no buy more because and this will win that not because of omumre ni emre bia ni munsem this is the time for the NDC we be sick not buy election but man share out NDC can take it I'm telling you it's as a wave, you know, wind of change, you know, and that it could have momentum, you know, oh, more side. And until as you will give you any day. Anyway, you never can set 13th for November. Now, court now, see, I you say, afani afa nyina agye on di no omo de omo se betuda yansa so nyankofo bia mo ba mbeka se omo ye kangaroo this time omo kasa the forces of conscience will chase them that is omo pese mo dia di agro se de omo ye we amabo omo abaso no de bebe bia no mo omo abaso na ye nyina no ye nyede ye nkoye NPP also my idea.
Adwoa Sarfo. So there's a contest in my issue.
Adwoa Sarfo and Baumia camp. But I say me support to Canada Japan politics.
Yeah.
In fact, Opo Bia Omuyusuni Di Alan Abropa is number 1. That's certainly a catching go food. We know Montiasi. But I think say with time no more who say some of us in the street say tutu ba na ba kwa near church we hand the baby omo ho say ampade ne ye kan and the but you see Baumia camp no send your mafasa election will be a Kennedy atem no I don't think that his life will ever be the same yenya wo mo afiri sa camp no ye say abranti we friend koka o abeka che say Kennedy wa bodam ye bie litre so na me hwa abranti ne ni tipa esi ni tere so me tumi hwa sa na say that how did the NPP reduce is I hear so your constituency chairman
constituency better no
chairman me tia say chairman oh be try na ga functional literature I want to qualify more than that na we fi say ma me tell say the current situation of the NPP they say the national chairman of the party on one the contest say into so about Stephen Ayesu team what Adabu so have got your letter saying to marry a party in here. Chibenoka say what if you on peso bet anything NPP. That is just reality of the NPP now. What that position at all. Your vice a booty. Booty, ya 2 election 2024 year. Obia no tia booty. Ya maybe they call radio so hot FM say. One day when Jamu Krana, or would you executive to be out to one more? I just tell you. 17 train one or Sabem. We put a few hundred Buga. Next president of Baba Chair Party, no. As an Obenya, and who taken the attempt, said, you be in it. We are so more, no, I get it. The 10 cents of Canada, Japan, local him were those days, you know. And before Bojin, so I brought no yes, I know. But I don't know, say on your presidential day material. And don't you know, use why they against you. But if you say, whoever was in Baumia's camp, or my Adwoa Sarfo say, Uncle can say no, waha. Campaign got me a Kennedy, I'll play the emotional card. First of all, some Adwoa Sarfo can you know the campaign, Kennedy. A pure campaign. Now, many Kennedy go for a boss, baby, I could be a member. Say it's about me, but it is I say me. No, politicians and just say yeah. What the difference between public good and public interest and private interest? When you be a politician, what do you say? Adia be more money than what to know. And yet you pekuobi. Yeah. Na atinya obabesi awutu. Say Kennedy Babinya a year on your family and friends. And that's why partners are aquawi or no family and friends or a principal. And until no Adwoa Sarfo in your position. That tells me, say, a kufuado, not a damn for pan, Adwoa Sarfo to a man position. Yes, it's true. Yeah. Because a brand new gender minister. Now, what this answer, we are to me and your president of General Naso. My major position no kotena baby. Na ekufuado ni Baumia chono bubu mutinko kwa. Now I'm saying what is going on? To the extent say we abandon the people of Dobby. Want to yan truck kata ba ko kran kan chom say me nuanom me na me so moyo somfu. Na ebia me ho dodo me ne yi me wa America want to yan ka obe wan say o TikTok so na o sa kire wo yi ahi a kire say ono what or live a good life or America. And yet it was the new patriotic party and as a party. Echo Parliament say I want to find my privilege competition and declare domicile vacant. Speaker Babin in the same situation man say you found preliminary Parliament of the whole in Yanko Twaba. A honor MB before the train woman. And a moon now Adwoa Sarfo. Omu nyina twa bo na okunu ko kan bia and I say o ma papa can be and the woo you sweat here o papa meanwhile won't go for about me aside chairman saka bitiano kama di ka bitiano another breaker bitiano omunya ba o me aside ade na won use so anu ankasa ni me support ba o me it means say enye no kura mu ntina wo so de nema mo hu say ba o me is so weak mo betunya manipulate no na oba wasesa positions na den ama mo nyesa nkwara sembo ye enya dia campaign ko fu mi no bi wo ba o me aside am say o mu campaign say Kennedy o mu nye serious ntia ka mo message nkwa na mebo ba ko no ponkroma ono hwe yenim all launch book ru be ka say politics there obi wa o interest and this is ya nam na wo ye campaign no delegates no go gina o mani mo so mo chi ase asem a obeka chem bi oni mu interest o ka da short ase and nkwa gina so a obi eni ho a obeto abama but eye biribi penny ni fi officer penny wo fi pa yai obeye de omuye and abronye fa obehoro na Kennedy for side so ato Brian so alongside Brian no so tuba Brian kwari wo say tomatoes obi ye do ko tomatoes a etinsuo ye do ko dwa so a enisi eto tese basa reference to bawia pani bi ani nanu a
so atachi ade so mpese obi ade
kasa aye free for na the rate omo pese party ni sentem no na mo me no makasa 31st but time say dey ko wan he enu esa say obia ye hotel na omo to servos and ye boa no ti omo wie ni nyira ne aboa ne asati playback and now playback mo no musu say na ade na okeka we ba mo na mo ye de mo ka ti penini ana no ana ni doctor ana me yeti ase say at the national executive committee level omuka so be top down approach no owura akofo de na no kotu dia bronye mo de ye no ana no di groma na owura akofo be ka kire say won dey see at party no mo ko on go bi and so dey wey my election time medru go so free through abada be ka kire say ba omi man of destiny and no na ya na ha me mu no short ase and no ti kapani bi wo mu a omubu na anaso mubu mana edu samre we tumanu we tumanu we remember say nche bia na party na nkasa issue directive say wa ube kase betia don ko de holu to e o ma nesa committee no pedi benu all free for all Kennedy no so ahye say so oboto aba no wi na obejo mbelefu we make me akasa enu ti no sanete a party bia ebegu bia no friend of sana CPP begu ye we tuma we na we to ama we na we ato we won ti o menu na da na brass band we nso no beduru ho na eduru ho wi a anom bi hu se sana ewi asede mate se ba omi ase obema de
welfare database
you see sa grow we ye dia cha o ka fa display
ai one constituency one bus
na ono kwa de oye ya na nwanwa ye dangerous na me fi say o say ye to be question no say wo to me share da be kire ye buses no say da ye pie ye
wo say what they have free port to ye
ha Freddy what me wu amba what to be this ye we bi tigana na wa ma delegates akoto aba ye we ya na buses na your system ye who bus bi o enti o ma sa ko repackage o mu be ye wa wo to ebeye de na ora ba mu ba wo mia aba say ye ne sika na o ma ni nyina sika de abra wo as a party kwa ba waka obenya nkofo so a ebeje di so ye wi a na fe emma o so papa wo ni paboni ma wo gidi ni nya adwuma agiri na da otirim no obi ba no be ka asem kire wo a bo a kire bo na kwa kire na dwene ho mien za asem a walking ebeje den na ye that is the only way our politicians be for serious na mo de e ka ya no mafa e ka ya mafa o so papa so ba obe me loans obe you say on to me nyehu abra obenya akonya se e wo se oye vice president no oje almost 4 billion e de no so de ko so ko enapo me my track or right to information say omum produce the list of that 100,000 names now because boy no ma fa di baka krebi na dia ka no chiska ni jo ma chisika na di wan to me hu say sa sika puduo na ba ni nsem no ye de bebie nwuma ama nkofo ma NPP fo na nkasa kura nya bia ye wo so de wo wie university wo wie polytechnical obi akotua hostel fee be 5,000 semester wa brand ni ma ni papa bra hwe ni school awie wo se wo be man adwuma na bosom ni watua 700 cedis na ba omia ne krama wo fie kura no na dua na emro 700 cedis a month ya nwini nipa ho sankofo nyina so during their time omuko university no na ye omu da free omu di free omu kwa de etumi mo chicken na omu se chicken na donso na omu demu room omu demu party tutu omu breso edan ni bi ni ho emabunu ne bre edan yom kwa kodem no jeso omu ko tua abode ntia ntia ma mayo ne bi ebo ba sibra or various campuses enyem kofo yi wa betina outside ba bedada omu se wudi no bebro obemo musika e ma na kwa kofa no I va no go fano. Wo hu. Oni mwa bia mamu. But ni nyina na se kosi enkosi kwada kwada. 5 years kwa contest ba transform no. Ana na ava eke. Yenga ono so aye se wo kan sem kakra yeah. Eto da bia to aso ene Agyapong. Nanso no ono sei ni nsemu nya de obi ekoto abama no se general secretary do atrauma na na akufo do ni 2x4 fu apam ne freso general secretary cry pam go na flag bearer obi ko le sam na you don't have to waste your time o to basie bro for kese na ekwa na de say what was a general secretary and you are the chief executive of the party no what me atrauma na na akufo do gba freso wo nipa na to abama wo wantumi mobilize yeah problem na dey also flag bearer of the party anyway on be ho ne satente horo adutum di baby minim de o hye ne nkom o hye me de abi yan so be hu no mo sa ko campaign no ko afi obo adi o so ko so agofo be didi
transportation
o so pe so oye Brian so di baby nano kwade ka hotel ye ni ambra ka kofa so be say Kennedy so perfect we have your excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or president Bawumia hey mo so we serious so I don't do one yet so far campaign no bia nyu omo ya e de nkranhye e de eba na omo wure fi say as we speak no party na nkasa wo only 87 members of parliament so that is the strength of the party. Now the world should be a confidence in 2028 or maybe we need less with you someone kama boko na chese sa boko no ye wo boko ba ku mienu sika hye ayi asibeni awari se no mo nenam krom wada so chele so tiase na se asibeni awari ngwa krampo die ni a if more less divide busa on se ne wo kenofuratam e wo mo papa na o man peni na nkasa ekufuado
yeah
ure fidi alista Matthias kan adonti ya sa na beye na sa na bisie enya de a bibipa bi be free Nazareth aba attendidie no will continue see am se Ken mo side so prepare say omo be deal with in fact o start kra de mete say alestate me aminu alestate akan fa adwasafo kra de asefem oh Alex chase se ade enyenyenye bebi oboduru de hu ehu na ni nyina sa na tie eduabo omo be dza wo mu hu omo no esanse omo ye se omo mfa nokre enye de enya adwuma eno tire obi akeka bonti obi a prepare obi a ye na fam de se na be ye begu ntem na ye be hye omo kurane se omo nyema ne nyentem na enye fe na omo wi a ye ne ye be select wa se de adwomo United Party ye obi a ne be gine wo on to me fa wa o se hunu no e ba be share party wo sa e ba be
all right NPA story so na me say accountability ya be always with the sakobo you Mustafa Hamid 50 counts charges are what they are bono na be extortion e bi so ye sika afa den sase or nipa SM so ne kan ho ne yabo mo charge and run you who say Mustafa Hamid akofa le court say charges are OSP dia body nyina court no montumu
I say OSPBM na tap so say catch there o tap case no so say no but I think say accountability that be make say on my way be here that is the only thing that can save us Because we cannot create a free ride society where people rise to political prominence and that becomes their ticket to wealth. Nobody checks obia. Kwanya faso winya sika obia ncheki obia. Basa incentivize a lot of people. So means minyina as a uko school now when obi kasa minyina pesa me politics. As if politics is an occupation. Because who say obi kom no wako wiya kwa yeye. Nobody checked anybody. And I think that in the society you cannot give that open check destin create such an open check politics arena for people to operate. It is that and as ye jina so na ye make sure say aye dan ya adwumadi de be she dipansa but say the she dipansa na say onam kwan so whether willfully or foolishly cause financial loss to the state that person must answer. And it is in that spirit and Ghana for nyina come together in the 2024 election car say abina na ekoso no ed bokro no wia sika. There were just mere allegations, even though there were traces of evidence and but then some investigations have been conducted and we've come to the realization say the na yedi ani hunu kra the san na ya nkra but two people can sit at national service near the ensabo man sikam who over 2 billion. That 2 billion no it be the whole town abrabo now afa no they ato no ho obia enyo obia hwe MP. Some of the corruption cases alcohol because I have one arena sika fa because it's a petroleum hub and these people felt to say they were part of a government or nobody hold anybody accountable na esoro kra area na wa oti MP de we are there the besi what I say so my catch say under Akufo there were enough motivation for people to plan that without recourse to law order no bia nsuro bia and then any matimi sa niema we sisi ye no enti where we are now no the new dawn no must give people reason to have hope once again in politicians because we got to the bottom low where obo be politician dey na Ghana for ya na eye because either you be who say we are cromfo and answer we saying that was the straight understanding Ghana for about obi or a politician. But I think that this is the time for us reverse that narrative, that trend who say there are people who go into politics with a dignified purpose to serve the people, not to steal. That is the only way to me I'm motivating young people coming. No more a different understanding about politics. And to do so, no, we need to establish the conventional red lines in the Sunday and country amount for say the 2 million amount. But there would be a boroswa or mine no bedi. Elsewhere, might be a way ye biano, our punitive sanctions are eguho, ausro in China, obey a day Casawako for my sick area. One kasakwa uyem sese wusuro. That is the kind of fear we must create here. And the Attorney General today will give another brief. We want to hear how far some of these things have gone. Now you're making sure that these criminal cases in the SEC will not just be in the news, will not just be me court my back. What is the real update? Ghana for want to see the back of people in jail and that is the only message we can use to convince people say and the political narrative necessary there will be consequences for you because Mustafa Hamidi Obakaya on a year press conference besu with TV so as if say Ghana ama and then go and see in the life for changing because he became MPA boss all kono na obi a headmaster our secondary school bi watama sa teacher has been teaching for 20 good years in there. Make us say Ebia Toyota Corolla Quarantine Toby. But because somebody within a short stay by a way, or the other family, not because of the salary, but of our we are chronos contract by people around him just to ensure say and the NPP na be who so be be see you are not confident we are not critic company. Now on one kasa to critic company. Hanani one kasa or critic company na yere na say for no pretty. Actually how weak the mind is when it comes to some of these things. So I think there accountability there and no can who be na Ghana for their kunwa share John Mahamansa. Makasa in the last 4 years Ghana for empehwe tie but they want to see say where we are sika Yaji Esika Odam, where we are Esika, Yaji Odam. That is the only message Ghanaian will take. And we cannot move away from that. So accountability there we cannot run away from. So the Attorney General on send the sapomunso. Now because a man in front of being special prosecutor no so president said the office should still exist. That's fine. By making sure say the occupant whether he will be removed or not the office become very efficient. Now on fan and sanko tap cases so cases in about no because gigi no akofa no why case in useless. Cecilia that case the state of that particular way not that case was a great case. Very good case. You better me prosecute because I want to be so baby sika no free and no we needed to know. I'm a cat say enam say adwene mu hanti no otimi sanya kokoduro ko police station ko report to say no dollars go be dem kromfo abewia we nyansani a wonya sa because wo ntwa dollar sika na gu dem no ya fanza wonya open sesame na o ka say wo chante amasika ba Ghana for sika you are not able to tell people where that money came from. Paul Adomochre and his people came with some stupid justifications. Ne wafa ne wu na the wafa no $10 and the wafa not the American Treasury. What I say? Not such a good case. You want to case like for this case. You back and forth the same special prosecutor. Kind of for that DAV. And this case is Ghana for vested interest. We cannot let them slide. Now you can say and then we hear the narrative now. They are seeking to change the all the focus from this. Now we are one bomb man crown one bomb when dream say, oh I know I need to be catch you be say your friend say Ghana force you rise against the court. When crown one bomb at that hall a mine within the woman or mine crowd who hear my move for a brimanyom or move at the expense of these impoverished people. And today you have the moral justification to come and be making noise. And I think the moral audacity on their part in Ankasa is very shocking, and it tells you the kind of people they are. So for me, I think the state must move in and prosecute these sensitive cases because we cannot move without it. Over the years from 2017, basically, Amkophobia, Sika, PDS, and now President Kufoba can be. Also, or not as a former president or in China, or TBSF and the PDS. Quabanit with time mine Sika, Bra, man for one who hears some of the Kosi Cathedral. And Une Abrante years for so as a kind. Also, walk up and I buy in a Jehono. So, Okona Owe, Neka Ponesi Suna. FIFA Bama $50 million. Sikasa Nedikutuamana.
97.
Hey, 97 boy.
And so
and almost work up a winning musica. And this is how Ghana for don't value some of these things. What and Sasi can go to Amanano and can work up Yakoboy Yajias Yaji and who can require Sanquasi Jumana Yaduko to Amana or Cathedral. And besides, I will say, yes, work up now. You're Sika you bet me about Brapapa. Sasi can the Biakwasha form. More than that, as a form. Now we are going in here, you don't have a sense of shame and you want to support this in some way, say because I am a party. You see, in some way, can you say time will be but these are the house rally because Sika Okoma, Makata say Ghana for a transne near my ya. You bet me Sikadia, boy, a hombra, I'm a yet young person, Biaka Okroma, you have unemployment benefits, you bet me my young people call Sika Okroma. In the Abana saying because you call walk up giddy 50 million. What you cap at the Bemau? Yeah, the more than 50 million. Oh, Chroma saying, and the Omani our heifer, and we sit here and we glorify some of these things, and these things happen, and you are telling me, say, yeah, some of these things should not be prosecuted. No, we need to prosecute these people just to send loud message to people out there. Say, or mind the shower sir, open all exercises, stupid discretion. You will pay for that because on mine sick no, you fund needs a munu. The mere fact that Adwoa doesn't mean that we don't need such a be a privilege. President now choose you and to do that then diligently. You don't mess the nation up based on your stupid discretion, stupid decision, and the minor alusu. We can't do that. So for me, corruption cases in Andaku I don't know, are widespread. Now maybe someone sent you or no, and then what did 80 years plus? Or if you know her TV, now oh who near me who near course on a mumma, Nitibwa then a country. It tells you say nipa no more criticizing obi no not time no but a mobile for about time go no e hu sunsun so nie cause abai what tietia we timi tena ya fan say national service note me atam sa sika we asibe ya se okokuma se na e KMA boss so man abrabo okobon no ho no ene ye promote no de ne ba national service ene obato aso kromfo keto anyina be kromfo kase ene ye wi o mine no left right center because Kenoforata was busy doing his own thing, the president and his family people were doing their own thing, minister obi e ye ne de ene ya turn the country into a crime scene. Kenyans are some BNT. And for me, I think that this is the time for us. Now you're making sure so you're changing the narrative because you're very 4 years away. Now said no single person has been prosecuted. And Ghana will be very disappointed. It's the reason why I am urging the Attorney General a prosecution. That is the language Ghana want to hear because we cannot sit here and be talking for 4-8 good years, accusing people, see corruption here and there, and nothing happens. I say, state endorse because say obi wiana yan kana hwea obi so ene e wa aban mu a there is enough motivation oh na dey na besi what I say sikas ya the ball mine ho bra no obefa ba nsiran kanya me say John Mahama ba 8 months to almost 1 year near yenhu any case of corruption and as a scandal bia Amma Ghana for so for me that is a positive sign. I wish we can sustain that. Sabaya, you bet me build the confidence in Ghana because so with the analysis of my major concern you're building trust and confidence in Ghanaian because that is the only thing ever save my way. Is the reason why I was telling the High Court and as for judgment of whatever no. They should make this in Yansa. You don't just dish out judgment as Yansa be and Bakachi will be say, cover 20 billion within 2 hours, Faber tour and Sana. Does it make sense? What I say? Oh, yes, Sana. Oh, my Ghana for a man for dear with a whore. Obimati say, oh, the Ghana, they assemble or we cannot get there, you understand? So if you are dishing out willing, men dish out Sabi and Kwasa will never Ghana for making sure that willing because the whole essence of justice dispensation is to hold society together. We ruling bo maya, we are mamboya for. And these are some of the things that we need to do. So across all state institutions, we need to preach and show say due diligence will happen everywhere. You don't kwatena baby a adwuma ne nyoma me de nyoma papa de nyoma busua konwa ne do obesi so wo som na Rollins e kro bedi 20 years and over na shafom President Kufuor ene otene wheelchair e wo fie oka asema manfo mfa it means it doesn't matter the power you rise to today ochena kwa kwatena fie President Mahama ene he is president today ochena obetena fie mo bi fufuro aba what I say power is transcendent but when you are there na wode ye if people decide they will use that power to mess up we need to mess them up first because my country says state you cannot be weak. You cannot be dishing out because you are merciful. The very moment you do that, that is your end. Because human beings are always dangerous and we will always click to our destructive best when we get opportunity and the incentive. As a state, it is our job to take away this incentive and opportunity just to make man who say there are consequences.
No crowd say and your mommy and said my NDC back power. Galamsey fight, corruption, and a human. That your mommy and say, oh, mom, refia. And into the United Party. Ghana for this year a wider week. Corruption and a need to my party. Because I say, O man penny ever cover dear friend Ora, operation recover all Luchu. Yeah. I know the talk go for the 18. But I'm saying, and go for me a war, a bam. They are still living in the past, say, a business as usual. Yeah. And can normally a babia bafufra. But the 7th month year old administration in Semno, can you ni SC new one? And my politicians are brand new Brebiano, Omuya Isikako. Towards a real fee old one and no Macotanes Council. But because the Ghana for if he said a new maybe and the Kufadwa, under no circumstance was a man called punishment, 18 December, you so can't the old administration. You back out of him say the right thing will be done. Memo beyond gaslighting Monka say. Adena modia mo shwete to ai usika godi obi moto bu ja ko hewan that is the only way obi a owa ba mu sesia no ye betumi anya nyina so se owia ya ye beteki no Mustafa Hamid is so arrogant and bold and just na me label no because my captain says I'm OSP we no wonya na dwene so obeboa my wonya na dwene en consider bay na yan kanchira mu eti akwani kan na do apply for passport no when there was also akokot yan kwase na you no go free yesika so ayira enunti e was Ghana for no e ma ye ni bre ye de ani e hwe OSP no be de maka se on free home mo se mo de mo be so a can you go Now, 2028, you know, you go back to the people and explain.
Yeah.
Say corruption cases in good was now send you about for commentators. Cabinet do in case, you know. Have you been following it? No, what's that about no matter state, you know, witness or cassette state or will prepare the minds of the people of this country. Say they be accepting any bogus ruling. But hey, they have to know that the people of this country will allow that. Young man conform the fire seeker, and I must see two fraud boys. I say, sir, game boys, you almost get dangerous and say politicians are almost billions. Who be share you because one lie, send about who now be. And the state must be serious. The authority was said no baby fear.
No baby.
Now say who shall say now oh yeah minim edru hono wa sheda edru baby an wa jatu eh Mr. Attorney General ya dem call so educative faso. Oh yes because we are not here doing anybody's bidding.
No.
So be that I will say what you are doing is the right thing. You are wrong on it. Brief the people, let the people know what is happening. Because corruption is saying and to me, Masia Kobo be 13.5 billion from the international market. And to me, that ye nim dia dia. And to me, Masia just sika 52 billion. Dia koto non account to tax you. Na ye sika ye ayira ye nim dia dia. Na ye wia ye say sanity. Abra de bia ye nie bi krani ye de to. Yes, no way, no. And to Mustafa Hamid mono 22nd case. Judge no fa the Attorney General monko kan laws ni yi kire wo mo na mo ntia se obi a wadi esika bi o se hwe na nsem negotiation bi e koso mo dem betwa mu negotiation but yesu be kasa kire Ghana for no see there say boys na wo for bo no ye kan wo mu tie ni ye omo say politicians obi nya tumia na adwene asesa o Ghana no ho kese o what comfort zone. You cannot be in your comfort zone. Abra accommodating comfort. Abra comfort near you my. Na ni nyina ko wie say. Sika was a ketumi di bia nyuma ma obi anya bia no. Okwabra ni na busu afa sika no. Dom dia show botom. No mo dia show botom o. Na yesi enko from honorable. You are not honorable. You are dishonorable. Say, what mo any be taxi drivers kaya yefo a teacher for sika boja obi adwuma wo yen kakraka ya gigisa gien fa nko ya adwuma okwabana ne dia o friend honorable esan say o ma o kakra di you think you are a so every corruption case remember the Attorney General has been accused by A1 before so you're corrupt. Don't let anybody have that nose. She said and he must go after those that have shortened this country.
Okay.
And yes, sir, that will be the end of our democracy. John Mahama last administration, and then they make me restore confidence. And to watch Ghana for no man and mom, we see Kpandai will be a beside be a come. Almost the mom, yes, I'm going to feel. Almost see when you may be what say, I can't say MMDC crank, you better swabber.
Yeah.
When you overwhelming majority, yes, if you really mean business, then you amend the constitution with it, and you may be a yes, yeah, coin. Say president, yeah, more immunity can't be a look on your uncle to Amna, or sorry, now you the motorcade didn't him, now or sounds so just salary, a good just salary. Just say, yeah, Bonabasso say about Miss Man, the Joe Mine. Is that the country you want to build? No, I don't go like that. Say, Penny responsible. Some Penny you have somebody free. Oh, yes. Among quad, you bedroom so. Oh, Mamma Braba, yet, Diamond Jima. I don't want to say we are. I don't want to see Angie also. Some of us are not going to do that. Yebeka Kopemra, the last bloody nest. It be free. Near ye, damn Juma. Oh, but now car. But now will be a cognac so. Actually, that's the Yakuano about Damokasa because when we are mine, and I almost say, yeah, and I make catch us electoral commission. No, I just sent us, I say, well, yeah, the money. Jane Papa Ben, yeah, Tom, your friend is a tourism authority, as I say, Ediaman. Pennyphone woman, as so much a chill of mine. Afa, Anna, Yanni, dear children, over the I say spectators. Now, the spectators very soon will become the leaders if they don't know. His son said, Kakaka Krasanyo, we are the day before day. Eba, you never say, yeah, we are. And you know, Uncle 22nd, no, na me nimsa Attorney General the ate which is supreme one OSP no mo hwe ni ye yes sir send na Ivanka tapping man or be tap
so 2 minutes na ye minority say president in your reshuffle and they are even calling for the resignation of land minister
reshuffle.
Aye, almost the president in your reshuffle.
And I make us say, politics no ho. Baby, I do no some cross and politics na fa ho. Yet now Kroma. I have a kind of for now finance ministry for how many years?
7 and more than half years.
Or no one can say the party for a sort of could say on Pamano or a day see. You see, these are jokers who should not be taken serious. And I make us a no way, your politics walk who they walk can some make Kenyans as some, Nanyans as 20 party. John Mahama and Ghana for their Kunya manager on running. Now what you see the ministers. Of really dissatisfied that or better say will be. But now what's in China point Yaman is on Saudi. In a coming from opposition, the person will not even take it. Because who do you so why would determine perform based on what? You are subscribing to a particular data that has been conducted, and based on it, this minister, the performance because of this we suggest to say the president should sack her. It makes sense. Then criticize it. But you just wake up, today. You have the moral audacity to call Obisa and Sake Land minister no more can asem. You see, I think that Obi Woha Ohia Basoba Ayonoa. Do you know why? It's one of the most difficult sector. And even aside that, aside this particular data, you see, this lithium deal by the idea was to have it with Ghana for sorry tears. Oh. Yes, he am 5% in as a form. He did a press conference and says, I lithium near Ghana for the Samosam I am withdrawing, we are going back to engage the people of this country, and another day we will come back. Makasa said a good leader, and then you'll be on your mistake. A good leader is on make a step, not a nipa can or draw back and they make corrective way. Yet Kroma say, and the Mahuna co Kroma say, Kenoforata, yes, I'm Pamela see ye. NPP for Mujijira Muse or Muni Kenoforata, the measures of Munia Lusu primaries. Eugene Watcher, your NPOs and my Kumase, Yaguakutuno, and Kakumase, how often do people lose their seat? But because or Kasi Yam Pam Kenoforata and Yakotu Nifriho, he let the buyer. And sorry, TI, or more than cake catchers, or Marcus on my pass, you should talk on our court, and the distance of whom you chroma say. But the way, mere agitation on the part of the people, because the last time Minister Soloba, he registered his frustration about it. A lot of people, Franklin Kojo and others, you may agree, you may disagree, but at the end of the day, the government says the concerns have been expressed by the people. I am taking it in good faith. I'm going back to engage the people because lithium no, and Ghana for there. If that is what it, so Nipana make it this significant mover. Was it Yampa Mufriva? And again, the Galam say, I think that there has been a lot of advances over not most. When you Galam say na beginning na say today is different. You hear a lot about it because massive improvement akoswa namos gusu egumurema they are tackling people. Makacha say nobody is a magician. Open sesame and all of a sudden everything will change. It will take pragmatic step-by-step measure to be able to deal with it. We will speak against it when the government is not dealing with it. In the past, they were giving up people licenses to go to virgin forest to go and mine. At that time, now we're China, now we're Japan. So you didn't even have the sense to ask the government to tell the minister at the time to go home. These are jokers who should not be taken serious. So for me, I think that the as a president, he has the right to do. So Ghana for we can also suggest to the person, but it is not in the place of these jokers who recently messed up with this country, and we are still dealing with the excesses of their doing to point to who should be sacked and who should not be sacked. They should give us a break.
No crowd say I'm a boy, one of the ministers apart from what I could do.
No way in America.
A brown did 9 months on the buyer, make me boy nice that could feel more na me who say oh I dream pa. And then I will be the last person at this team. So you're born in a broswa. That's it on St. Rebecca. But for now, he's working very hard. na emane because the NPP will never forgive Adwoa. Okay, Abra Ura Akufo-Addo command the last State of the Nation address. That response now, Adwoa the man say Akufo-Addo na actually how not to govern a state. The promise to the Indian last speech.
The last speech, no, parliament.
And no, how you was in same way. And for them, no, some women are puppets of Akufo-Addo. They can never do without Akufo-Addo. They are nobody, but for Akufo-Addo, so be teaching Konfosano. A lot of them will not even find their way in frontline politics. Onona echinchimwa na na yankamasema wode o mabesio to for them no we can be check for that you have to come after you. But I will be very, very surprised Sir President Mahama will listen to them. Adwoa is doing well. You will encourage him baby anya no lithium this na no ya na beka bebo mu hanamo kofo ebresu ye dey ekan me tell say omo so omo go take a second look at it and I was happy. Amemo sa na ti o enye adwini de me fa so be a minister that so me so o nyanza say o
exactly
adwintre duka asemina se to na adwini mos we de we mo ka no e be no kore makwachi yenko hemu bio enya sa na memotie e de osi yenko gina so because waka asema ma etwi Akufo-Addo we just say statement or parliament o we Akufo-Addo Electoral no nai ti e wo mutrim say e wo say ye fight no Adwoa. Some of us will encourage you to work your time at the politics. Say in that there is cooperation after competition. Your two baby yin go for what dear yen team voice in answer ye dear holding ebe boom. She cannot fa and not your quapaton and your quacker and somewhere you can't ya man for near the acquire campaign. That is what politics is about. You because I say on your on your juma. Dear Anyano, your catcher now, what ye feel. Dear Yano, so you ever born a basso. To say dear 1 9 was 4 years, a very good 10. Now on Koswa and Yana, where am I dear? Sanquasi, Papa Betty, still Joseph from Sanquasi, say ya no be. Opposition to crowd, I even know managing it for opposition. You can know. Timunya.
Okay.
Deni kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV